Jesus was God on earth, then these scriptures don't make sense. If you're saying that Jesus wasn't God when he was on earth, you're saying he was God? But earlier you said he wasn't God.
When they see him,
okay.
they'll die.
So he was not God. Okay, I agree.
He was completely God, and yet he was man too. So when he wanted
on earth, was he fully God?
Go pee, he had to be a human to go and pee.
So at that time, what happened to the Spirit of God?
He had to go eat too.
So at that time,
you can't say, oh, that's why
while he was peeing, what happened to the Spirit of God? Did it leave his body?
He was deity. You have to understand, he was same time. He was man. It's a
mystery.
You know, both in one body.
Okay, so you're saying God in the same body had to go pee and poop?
No, that's a human part of it.
But that's the same body.
He was probably hungry too, just like everybody else.
And when he says, I don't know, that means the God part was gone from him?
No, but he knew presence of God.
No, but he says, look again, you're contradicting your own scripture.
I can't prove it.
You can't prove it. And it's hard to prove, and it doesn't make sense, and it's a mystery. I will agree with you there. Calling you out right now. Tell me who Asim.
Yeah, you're a liar right now. Hold
Who's
on.
Asim?
And if he jumps from the topic, San Diego Zoo is right here. I'm gonna put you with the monkey right there, because that's what you're doing. They're jumping around here like that. Okay. So my question is very simple. Okay. Does your God have body parts? Yes or no? Simple question, bud. Simple question.
You asked your question.
You're just going round and round, and I'm gonna put you in a in the zoo with you here.
Again now, okay?
No.
You're listening?
Does he have body part? Yes or no?
The answer to that question is,
does he have body part?
Sifat that are unique to him. That's the answer.
Quran chapter 68 verse 42.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Again?
Go listen in your video again, okay?
You're yelling. Calm down.
Because there's a bike going on, and I want to make sure.
Calm down. Wait till they leave. Go ahead.
Well, I'm not going to calm down because you're not letting me calm down.
Because you won't let me answer.
Yeah, you don't know what Allah is. I'm going to explain to you who your God is, okay?
I'm going to explain to me.
Yes, I'm going to let you know who your God is.
And then you're going to tell me who Asim is after that.
I will tell you everything.
You won't.
I want to tell you who God is, okay? Who your God is. You said your God has a sifat.
Tell me who Asim is. Go ahead.
Okay, does your God have a body part?
You're telling me, right? So
I'm going to ask you a question again and again.
You said
all over again.
But
you're just going like jumping around here and there, okay?
Gotcha.
Don't beat about the bush.
No bush.
Does your God have a body part?
I'm going to explain it to you again. Okay?
Oh my God! I don't need explanation.
No, you want to
tell me yes or no?
It's not a yes or no question. Allah
my friend, does your God have a body part?
No. Allah has sifat
that
He has told us about.
I'm asking you.
Not make them like that of the humans. You understand?
I'm asking you the way to Afghanistan, and you're telling me the way to California.
I gave you a straight answer. You're not listening.
I asked you the way to Afghanistan, and you're telling me the way to California.
You don't know Afghanistan or California. That's why.
That's why.
Allah has
you don't know anything.
He has a yad.
You don't know.
He has a wajh. He has saqain. He has aynain that He has told us about in the Quran.
Does he have a body part?
The lisan.
Does he have a body part? Yes. So he does not have a body part?
That they are Allah's sifat.
So he does not have a body part.
He has told.
Does he have a body part?
No, that's my answer. Now who's Asim?
Does Allah have body parts? Yes or no?
Nobody has told us who Asim is. He's a liar, and if you're not a liar,
and he's ignorant about his God because he doesn't know if his God has a body.
So
your God doesn't have a body part, right?
Tell me who Asim is.
So your God doesn't know what the body.
You tell me about my God. Go ahead.
So you don't know your God, right?
I know my God, and I've told you about it.
No, you don't know.
You go ahead.
So tell me if he has a body part.
You go ahead.
Yes or no?
You're just hiding from answering.
So he doesn't have a body part?
You're just hiding.
Because you have no idea who your God is. You have no idea who your God is.
Tell me who's Asim.
I have sifat too. That means I am Allah?
No, your sifat are yours, Allah's sifat are His.
So if you're saying that the only sifat He has means He's Ahad.
No, I did not say that. I said Allah has sifat like wajh.
My question is so simple, man. My question is very simple.
Go ahead.
What is if Allah has body parts or not? Just tell me that.
If I answer that, will you tell me who Asim is?
I will tell you, but okay, I'm asking you like 10 times. Okay. I asked you, does Allah have body parts? Yes or no?
I will give you my answer. and then you swear to me, you tell me who Asim is after.
I will tell you.
Okay.
I will tell you, okay? My question is
Allah
very simple.
has-
No, don't send me safat and all that.
That is.
No. Does Allah have body
sifat-
parts?
Let me explain it again.
You don't know your
Let
God?
me explain
Just
it.
say I don't know
You
my
want my
God.
answer? Let me speak.
A person, okay.
Let me explain.
Uthman,
Let
listen
me
to
explain.
me.
Let me
Uthman,
explain. Let me
hold on.
answer.
Uthman,
You don't want my answer.
Uthman,
He's not letting me
if
speak.
I'm asking, Uthman, if I'm talking,
He wants to put an answer in my
Uthman.
mouth. I'm not gonna let him.
Uthman, you gotta
The
hear me out.
answer-
Hear me out,
I'm
Uthman.
listening.
Hear
Go
me
ahead.
out.
Go ahead.
Okay, just relax yourself, okay?
I'm relaxed.
No, you're not. You're just
Go ahead.
shouting on top of
Go
your
ahead.
throat. Hold on. If I am talking to a Satanist, okay, and I ask him, hey, who is your God? He's just gonna say, my God is one, okay? And he's just gonna say that I follow and my God has sifat. He's gonna say the same thing.
No,
I
no
follow-
Satanist says his God has sifat. Find me a Satanist that said that.
I'm telling you,
You're
this is
lying
what this
again.
is.
Satanists
So
don't
you
believe
don't
in
know.
sifat.
I'm telling
What are
you,
you talking
people,
about?
they do. They say
Satanists
that
believe in
Satan-
sifat?
They say that Satan has his own
Satan
sifat.
has sifat?
Everybody has
what
sifat.
is the sifat of Satan?
My question is very simple.
lies
Does your
Go
God have body parts? Yes or no? Simple question, bud.
You
Simple
asked-
question.
you asked your question?
You're just going
I
round
will-
and round,
Do you want me
and
to
I'm gonna
respond
put
now?
you in a
Do you want me to
in the
respond?
zoo with you.
Look,
here,
look,
okay?
you go stand out with your pigs. Let me answer.
Oh, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Now let me speak. You let me speak.
Go ahead. Don't
When
tell
you-
me you have
when
sifat and
you
don't go in
think-
circles, okay?
This guy. When you're talking about bodies like human bodies,
Yeah.
this is a sifat of people.
Okay.
Allah's sifat are ula, is are above. Meaning Allah has sifat.
Now
He
you're
has-
talking,
He
okay?
has
10
yad.
minutes, 30 minutes for you to take this question.
I said that earlier.
Now you're talking,
I've
okay.
been saying that it's
Go
on
ahead.
video.
No, you're not.
Allah
You're not.
has sifat.
Okay.
And his yad,
Okay.
his wajh, is unique to him. We believe he has a yad. Do you know
Okay.
what a yad is?
Go ahead.
What is
Keep
a yad?
talking. Keep
What is
talking.
a yad?
Don't question
You
me.
don't know.
Just talk.
Okay. He
You don't
has
know
a
any-
wajh. He has whatever he has described himself with, we believe in it as he said it.
Okay.
But we do not equate it to human body parts.
Okay.
Understand?
So he does
What
not
is-
have a human body part?
He has no human body parts. That is correct.
Okay. So does he have a leg?
He has a shaft that is in accordance to what is befitting him, not a human body part.
So he has a leg.
He has no human leg. He has
But he has a leg.
Again, he has what is described as a shaft, as you can
So he has a
translate,
leg, right?
But in befitting his
Like-
honor and
So
majesty.
he has a leg, right?
In a way that befits his honor and majesty.
Which verse is that which says that Allah has a leg? Do you know?
Look, I will give you all of the ayat of all of the sifat.
Tell me right
no
now.
problem. I don't know right now.
You don't know?
No.
I will tell you. Quran
Go ahead.
chapter 68 verse 42.
Go ahead.
Okay, it says Yawma shakshafun an sakin. That
does
Allah
sak
has
mean?
a, it means the leg.
It does not mean leg.
It
First
means
you're
leg,
wrong.
yes.
That is not the Arabic
You're
word.
the only one
Who
who's
knows
saying
shak?
that.
Who knows shak? It
Shak means a shin, yes.
Shin, not leg.
My
Yeah.
friend, shin is this, part of the leg.
No,
What are you
leg is
talking
more
about?
than just a shin.
My,
first off. Okay,
come
when
on,
the
Uthman.
shin-
You gotta teach me.
Okay,
I'm gonna
okay.
teach you English now, right?
No,
huh?
I'm gonna teach you English because shin and leg are not the
Okay,
same
so
thing.
it
Go
took you
ahead.
30 minutes to tell me that your
I
God has
told
a
you
shin,
that
right?
from- No, I told you from the beginning Allah has sifat. I mentioned the yad, the wajh, the
And
shaq,
you also
and
know
we believe
when,
in them.
and you also know when Allah is gonna put his leg into the fire, hellfire, and the fire is gonna say katti katti, right?
Shaq is not mentioned in that.
Okay, but the leg
Go
is
ahead.
mentioned.
The foot is mentioned.
But the leg
Go
is
ahead.
mentioned.
The foot is mentioned.
But the leg
Go
is
ahead.
mentioned.
The foot is mentioned.
But the leg
Go
is
ahead.
mentioned.
The foot is mentioned.
But the leg
Go
is
ahead.
mentioned.
The foot is mentioned.
But the leg
Go
is
ahead.
mentioned.
The foot is mentioned.
But the leg
Go
is
ahead.
mentioned.
The foot is mentioned.
But the leg
Go
is
ahead.
mentioned.
The foot is mentioned.
So foot is
Go ahead.
attached to the shaq.
In a
Now
way-
my question is very simple.
Go ahead.
When the foot is attached to the shaq of Allah, which is the shin of Allah, is the shin attached to Allah's butt or Allah's tummy, or where is it? My question.
Na'udhu billah.
Na'udhu billah, but
I will
I need
explain.
an answer.
Okay, I will
Don't
answer.
say na'udhu billah.
I will answer.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then you're going to tell me what Asim is. Okay.
I will tell you, but
Okay,
I need
okay,
to know
okay.
if
No,
you
I'm
know
gonna
your
answer
God or
this
not.
last thing,
It took you
and
30
then
minutes
you
to
can tell
tell
me what Asim
you.
is. It's been an hour and you
took-
won't tell me what
yeah,
Asim is.
it's been an hour
You're
for
a
you to
liar,
tell me
that's
if
why.
Allah
Okay.
has a body part. Go ahead.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sifat that befit his honor. We do not make it like a chart where the leg bone attacks to this bone and that bone. Whatever Allah said about himself, we believe in it in a way that befits his majesty. We do not say this means that it's going to connect to this like the human body. He has sifat.
Why would he need a leg or a foot? Does he need to walk? Does he need to play football?
He does not need anything, subhanahu wa ta'ala.
But why does you just said he has a shaq?
Because he said he did.
So why does he need that?
He does not need anything. That is who he is.
Well, I have a leg. I have a shock because I use it. I have a foot. I walk with it.
Who's
I can kick footballs with it, right? Why does Allah have a leg? This is the biggest thing you said, that Allah has a shock. Why does Allah have a shock? That's the main question. Why does Allah have a why?
I have answered your question. Who's Asim?
Why does Allah have a shock?
Who's Asim?
Why does Allah have a shock?
He said on tape that he was going to answer me after that.
Asim is more important than Allah,
Who's
right?
Asim?
Does Allah have a
You're
shock?
a liar.
You are a liar. You don't know
Who's
what Allah
Asim?
is.
Who's Asim?
You don't know who Allah is.
Who's Asim?
You don't know who Allah is.
I told you Allah is.
No, you don't know who Allah is. Right? That's it. That's it. Run away. Run away. Run away. Run away.
It's a
mystery.
Both in one body.
Okay, so you're saying God in the same body had to go pee and poop?
No, that's a human part of it.
But that's the same body.
He was probably hungry too, just like everybody else.
Look, again, you're contradicting your own scripture.
I can't prove it.
You can't prove it, and it's hard to prove, and it doesn't make sense, and it's a mystery. I will agree with you there.
Okay, so does he have a leg?
He has a shock that is in accordance to what is befitting him, not a human body part.
So he has a leg.
He has no human leg. He has a leg. Again, he has what is described as a shock, as you can
So he has a leg, right?
But in befitting his honor and majesty.
So he has a leg, right?
In a way that befits his honor and majesty.
Nay, it is not befitting for the Creator to take a son, to have a begotten son.
It's not befitting. Nay, it's not befitting. And look at his teeth. He is disgusted. It's not befitting, but it's befitting for Allah to be a pimp. It's befitting for Allah to give Muhammad the children to have sex with. It's befitting for Allah to make verses go, and if whoever you want from your family, from your cousin, from the neighbors, whoever offer herself to you, it's befitting for Allah to have legs and to have hands and to have fingers, but it's not befitting for Allah to have a son. It's not befitting for Allah to have a son, but it's befitting for Allah to have sex with the children who they never have their period yet because they are so young. It's not befitting for Allah to have a son. Why? Because you don't have a girlfriend. And what kind of a logic of a stupid God this God is? Somebody told you that God of the Christians, he have a girlfriend, and this is how he have a son? What a stupid God. So it's not fitting for this God, Allah, to have a son, but it's fitting for him to be stupid. It's not fitting for Allah to have a son. And if he want to have a son, he said to him, be, and he was. And then we find that Allah, he could not create one thing by saying be. It took him the whole day to create Adam. It took him 6 days to create the heaven and the earth, in different verses, 8 days. What be and it was. He did not create one single thing. It's not fitting for Allah to have a son, but it's fitting for him to have fingers and shin and ass and face.
Ending, subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah described in the Quran that he has a face. Allah described in the Quran that he has 2 hands when he addressed Iblis, Satan. And he told him, what prevented you from prostrating to what I have created with my 2 hands? So this is what Allah described himself. Allah says in Surah Al-Qalam that on the day of judgment, Allah Azza wa Jal would uplift and show his leg. ويكشف عن ساق ويدعون إلى السجود.
And you also know when Allah is going to put his leg into the fire, hellfire, and the fire is going to say, Katti, Katti, right?
Shaq is not mentioned in that.
Okay, but the leg is mentioned.
The foot is mentioned.
But the leg is mentioned.
The foot is mentioned.
So foot is attached to the shaq. Now my question is very simple.
Go ahead.
When the foot is attached to the shaq of Allah, which is the shin of Allah, is the shin attached to Allah's butt or Allah's tummy, or where is it? My question.
Na'udhu billah.
Na'udhu billah, but I need an answer.
Okay, I will answer.
Don't say na'udhu billah.
I will
answer me. Yeah, go ahead.
And then you're going to tell me who Asim is.
I will tell you, but I need to know if you know you're God or not. It took you 30 minutes to tell you.
It's been an hour and you won't tell me who Asim is.
Yeah, it's been an hour for you to tell me if Allah has a body part. Go ahead.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sifat that befit his honor. We do not make it like a chart where the leg bone attacks to this bone and that bone. Whatever Allah said about himself, we believe in it in a way that befits his majesty.
In Surah Al-Qalam, that on the day of judgment, Allah Azza wa Jal would uplift and show his leg. وَيُكْشَفُ عَنْ سَاقٍ وَيُدْعَوْنَ إِلَى السُّجُودِ.
Allah will show his shin. It's befitting for Allah to have a shin and to disrupt these. It's befitting for Allah to have two hands in the right side because he have a defect. It's befitting for Allah. What is not befitting to anyone? This is Allah. Both his hands are in the right side. Why? What happened to Allah? Did his mother, she gave birth to him in 7 months or 6 months? So he got two hands in the right side? Is that a defect? Because the Chinese was making counterfeit Allah? It's not befitting for Allah to have a son, but it's befitting that Allah will stand on the table, he will hold the pole, and he is going to show his shin. And it's befitting for Allah to teach us that the sun set in murky water, a murky spring. It's befitting for Allah that a human being, he created from a sperm, and the sperm became a blood. So it's befitting for Allah to be stupid and to be ignorant and to be a donkey. It's befitting for Allah that he found people Gog and Magog where the sun set and where the sun rise. It's befitting for Allah because Allah is a fiction God. But it's not befitting for Allah to have a son, but it's befitting for Allah to describe for us what is inside the vagina of the women he will give us. It's befitting for God to describe, I'm not going to use the word, you know the word, to describe what is inside the vagina. It's befitting for Allah. For he is a pimp. It's befitting for Allah to promise us boys who they are so white, and those boys, they will be your slaves forever, and they are made of a very white skin like pearls. It's befitting for Allah to be filthy. It's befitting for Allah to promise people to be white in heaven. Befitting for Allah to claim that Allah, he created the black people to go to hell. And as you see, everything we say, we have the reference. It's befitting for Allah to be filthy racist. For Allah is the most filthy racist. It's befitting for Allah to teach the man to beat his wife. To beat the wife, it's befitting for Allah. Only to Allah this is befitting. And then the Muhammadan, they come and they are disgusted. It's not befitting for Allah to have a son when their God is a pimp, their God is a thief, their God have no ethic, their God is a shin, their God does not have an ass, but his shin is attached right away to his face. It's not befitting for Allah to have a son. But it's befitting for Allah that if a Muslim woman, she get divorced 3 times, she can't go back to her husband unless she been effed by a new guy. For Allah is filthy. It's befitting for Allah. It's not befitting for Allah to have a son. But it's befitting for him to give Muhammad a child. She is 6 years old. And he made chapter 65 verse number 4 speaking about divorcing little children. It's befitting for Allah to do such a behavior, for he is the filth and the filth itself. It's not befitting for Allah to have a son. But it's befitting for Allah to teach muta, that any Muslim man, he can take a woman for 3 days, 3 nights, as long as he pay her. It is halal fun. It's befitting for Allah to be a pimp. It's befitting for Allah. It's befitting for Allah to teach us science, where he claimed that the drop of a semen became a dead blood. For Allah is the only one who knows science. It's befitting for Allah to be stupid, to be a donkey, not to be a horse. And not to mention that the Muslim says that Allah, when he created himself, he created first a horse and he made the horse sweat, and then he created himself from the sweat of the horse. I'm so glad not from his pee, because he smelled like one. Have you ever heard of a God he created from the sperm, a congealed of dead blood, and then that became a baby, and you read it and you die laughing, and then the Muslim made articles about how scientifically accurate? It's befitting for Allah to make a chapter for Muhammad to if his own daughter. And not only it's befitting for Allah to make a chapter about why you don't if her. He said to him, why you say to the guy, keep your wife when you want to if her? It's befitting for Allah to do all of this. He made a verse specifically for Muhammad saying, go and if your own son wife. And Muhammad, he flirt with the wife in the house of her husband. It's befitting for Allah to do so. But it's not befitting for Muhammad, God, to have a son. It's befitting for Allah to make a chapter says, any Muslim woman, she can open her legs and take off her panty. And look, he start counting how many women he can if. Look at this. It's befitting for you, Muhammad, because the befitting to Allah that you can go off if and the following. Your wives, is it too late? Already he is effing them from long time. And you're the daughter of your uncle, and the daughter of your brother-uncle, and the daughter of the brother-uncle, and the daughter of the aunt's uncle, and the brother of the and the daughter of the... This is God talking now. This is God in the office is counting how many women Muhammad can if. He is writing a license plate for Muhammad to if. And then in the top of that he says, and any believing woman, she wanna give herself to the Prophet to if her. It's befitting for Allah. It's befitting for Allah to teach the Muslims that there's a black stone was made in the shape of a vagina, and the women, they used to place their hands inside it when they have their period with their blood because they want to have fertility. The black stone God. It is befitting for Allah to teach the Muslim to kiss a black stone, yet this God, he claimed that he is against statues. Befitting for Allah to say, if you touch the stone, it erases your sin. It's befitting for Allah to claim that he is against statues, but then he ordered his prophets to make statues. It's befitting for Allah what is not befitting to anyone. For Allah is the most scumbag ever. And the Muslims always they try to duct tape Allah words by changing and fabricating translations. Look, we are looking now for the word statues. We cannot find it in the translation. They try to hide it because how we can claim that Islam is against statues if Allah is ordering his prophet to make statues? What is the word statues? Chapter 34, verse number 13. This appear in a miraculous way. What happened? We Muslims, it's befitting for Allah to duct tape Allah so we can hide the word statues. And yet we claim that we are not pagans, yet we kiss a black stone in the shape of a vagina, and this is historical proven that the Arab used to put their hands inside that vagina when their hands is blood from their vagina for fertility reason. It is not befitting for Allah to have a son, and we agree, especially if the son is Jesus. For it's not befitting for Jesus to be a son of such a filthy Satan. Jesus Christ is the holy and the holiness himself. So how for someone like Jesus to be the son of Allah? That is an insult actually to Jesus. And we Christians, we refuse to accept such a God to be the father of Jesus, for he is Satan. When we go in the stupid Quran, we will find even the stupid Quran, the yellow pages of Muhammad describe Jesus as holy. So yes, we agree. How the holy Jesus can be the son of Allah? That is impossible. For this God cannot be our God. And Jesus have nothing to do with such a filthy God. For as you see, even in the stupid Quran, he is the Holy Son. Holy Son of who? Muslims cannot answer. So our response to the Muslim when they say, it is not befitting for Allah to have a son, and his son is Jesus. We say, yes, we agree. Because this is an insult to Jesus. Jesus is not the son of Satan, which is your God. So from now on, if you are a Christian and the Muslim, they says to you, it is not befitting for Allah to have a son, and he is Jesus. Say to them, yes, we agree, because how Jesus can be the son of Satan? Jesus is not the son of Satan. Jesus is the son of the holy God, not a pimp who promised men, women they never met just to F them. God is not a pimp and sex provider. God is holy. Your God is not.
To take a son, to have a begotten son, it is blaspheme to relate to the Creator.
The Creator who do not know which one he created first. The sun or the mountains. The Creator who do not know how the baby is created. It's not befitting for Allah to have a son, but it's befitting for Allah to teach you how you are going to have sex in the heaven. And he says you will do it dahman, dahman, which means you will F her so hard, and you will push so hard. And then they say to you, it is not befitting for Allah. It is not befitting for Allah. What a filthy cult. Muslims, is not befitting for us to have Allah to do with us in any way, in any mean. That is an insult. It is not befitting for the Christians that Jesus is the son of such a filthy God, for our God is holy. Your God is filthy. Your prophet is filthy. His teaching is nothing but a vagina and penises. What kind of God he promised you endless penis, unless he is the penis God? So let your penis God be fitting for his penis, for he is not befitting to have a son like Jesus. As always I say, everyone goes where he belongs. The God of the penis, he go where the penis. And the God of the Christians, he goes where holiness is. He said he will and she, they will be the same as angels. This is our God. Your God is the penis God. But sadly, you cannot even hold it. Keep trying. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Christ is Lord, and it's not befitting for a Christ to be the son of such a filthy God, for Elohim is not filthy. Take care.
And it's a
Mystery.
you know, both in one body.
Okay,
Man
so you're saying
and
God in the same body had to go pee and poop,
No, that's a human part of it. Had to do
but that's the
it.
same body.
He was probably hungry too, just like everybody else.
Look, again, you're contradicting your own
I
scripture.
can't prove it.
You can't prove it, and it's hard to prove, and it doesn't make sense, and it's a mystery. I will agree with you there.